Hi, Saul.
How you doing?
He's
Can you
busy.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, let me give you the authority to record here. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. As soon as you came on, I got the echo again. The light on here. By the way, Pat, I was trying to listen to the recording you were making of the concert at Alan Joanne's, and there was no sound.
There's no sound. So I'm posting individual songs.
Oh, because I thought there was something wrong with my computer. And I didn't.
No, no. We moved to a different location and I did something wrong. I must have clicked on a button. I wasn't realizing no sound
Okay.
Got no sound for the Facebook
Facebook
Live
Live.
thing.
Yeah.
But my phone recorded the sound just fine.
Yeah.
You still can't hear anybody sing because we didn't choose a PA and
Actually-
microphones.
the couple of songs that I've put up, they sounded. I
Murray,
didn't
we
hear
don't see a picture.
I know, I'm trying to fix that. I've put the
surprised.
camera
It's better
on
than
something
I
to
thought
raise
we
it a little bit. But I must have pulled out some connection or
You're
something.
probably, look at your jack. It's probably, you're probably not plugged into the jack over there.
I think it is plugged in. It's plugged into my computer.
Okay, there, you have to go and say, enable microphone.
Enable
Here
my,
it says
Enable the
video.
camera.
no, the camera, yeah, video.
Do you have a red line through the video?
No, it just says my name, but it doesn't give a picture. Hold on a second.
Underneath, you should have a dashboard, that says video, and you may have a red line through your video.
Yeah, down below all the pictures, there's a row of icons. One says mute, one says stop video or start video. If you've
I
got a
don't-
little camera image and it's got a red line through it, then you haven't started your video yet.
So that means you have to click on that red line and it'll eliminate the
I
video.
don't see that. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to straighten the camera first.
I guess that's the first one, huh?
What's the, yes. Heaven only knows is the first one.
I'm having a problem with my freezer right before Passover. I'm supposed to
That's not
deliver
good.
stuff tomorrow, so I'm trying to get a guy who comes out Sunday to look at it. I may have to take a call in the middle, if the guy calls, tell him what the problem is. When you have ice forming on a frost-free freezer, you got
Yes, appliances like to act up when they are needed the most.
right.
Worst possible times.
Absolutely.
Hello, cousin Harvey.
Hi, Deb.
I know Kathleen.
Hello. I might be the only one from England today. I'm not sure because there was a sort of a folk and ale festival in Lee, so I'd imagine Bill might not be coming.
Okay, now I'm on, right?
Yeah, okay, you lower it a little so we can see, we see your chest, we see your face.
That's funny.
Nice
because
image of your shirt, Murray.
I thought
Very nice.
putting,
Very nice
putting
image
the
of your
thing
shirt.
higher
There you go.
would do it. But
Oh, there he is.
I know, but I don't know if it's
There you
gonna,
go.
Okay, good.
Now,
see-
now we've got your head.
Oh my God.
Up a little more.
just a minute. I'll have to back up a little, yeah,
Yeah, okay, you're
That's
good.
better.
okay.
Good.
It's a little slanted, but, you can see the pictures on the wall, they're at a slant,
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
yeah.
You're not,
Are you sure the pictures are out of slant and you're not?
Huh?
You could be the one that's slanted.
Well, if you're looking through my brain, you might see that, yeah.
This is the last.
Harvey, did Lonnie contact you at all? He's thinking of possibly taking over, but he's worried that his internet isn't strong enough. He wants to know how many something kilobytes or something he needs. I thought you might be able to help him out.
Lonnie is the problem. It turns out not to be the rusty barbed wire that connects him to the network, but the equipment that they gave him to connect to the network with.
Yeah,
Right, I saw that. On his Facebook, he wrote that.
yeah, they
Bought a
replaced
new
his
router,
equipment.
bought it himself instead of getting what they give you, which is cheap junk. But I don't know if that fixed him yet.
So the thing is, he wouldn't be able to. He doesn't have enough power to run a session. Bottom line.
And about the session, I really wanted to do it for you, but as Harvey pointed out, 4 weeks out of of those sessions, we'll be out of town, and we wouldn't be able to count on our internet.
Right.
So we could share the responsibility with somebody, but
That means somebody else would have. Everyone else will have to spend $150 also. That's the problem.
And the only thing we could do is if we all sort of did a free one, you know, when it ran out, somebody else signed in. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's 45 minutes, isn't it, before they throw you
Yeah.
off?
they cut you off
My
at
book
40
club
minutes.
does.
40
Log
minutes they
back
cut you
in.
off. They cut you off at 40 minutes.
40 minutes, is it?
And
Yeah.
you can only have a certain amount of
And
participants.
they cut you off precisely at 40 minutes with very little warning.
Right.
Suddenly you're just gone.
Otherwise,
Hi, Bill. I thought you
we
might
go
not
dark
make
for 8 weeks. That's all we could do, you know.
Hello, good evening.
And hopefully we
Hi,
can
Bill.
recover our audience in 8 weeks. If it was one like even in the summertime, sometimes I'm gone for 3 weeks. But for 3 weeks, okay, when you go in 8 weeks, people are going to lose interest. You're not going to have the audience. That's the problem.
I'll be back.
Hope we get more people today. We have another 5 minutes before we go on.
They're all rambling in. I've just got in from our beer festival, our folk and ale weekend we had.
Your festival.
It was very, very good, I must say.
Yeah, I thought you might not make it, but you might not get home in time.
Another
No,
one of your
yeah.
practice sessions, Bill?
Oh no, this is a proper festival stage do. So we were all amped up and on our best behaviour. Not so. But yeah, we did our bit and went down all right. So can't complain. There were some very good acts on, man. So it was a decent afternoon.
Last year, Tony did it, but Tony told me he's seldom sober on a Sunday, so you can't count on it.
No, it's well, they have all this locally made real beer, a real ale, and yes, if you're not conditioned to that, it can knock you sideways a little. But, they've had plenty of practice, so when they sing in Lee sort of every Saturday, we normally try to wind up the session. And when the weather's good, we get a good crowd all in the pub beer gardens and everything. And invariably, someone that doesn't want us to go will get up and buy another flagon of beer, which means everybody stays to drink beer and sings for another hour. So it's a bit self-defeating when you think you're going home there in a pub setting.
I feel so bad for you.
See, I have to take it very steady because if I don't have my medication, I could go berserk. I have to take the tablets, which means I can't really mix it with too much alcohol. So I'm about the most temperament of all, I think. And there's occasionally those who have to drive home, so they've got to be careful as well. So it means the beer gets shared out a little bit more equally between the ones who are drinking, so they have more than their share, really.
Well, if Tony does crazy things when he's drunk or something, that might attract more of an audience
Yeah, liven things up.
to see what he's going to do.
He might be just in a stupor and not be able to do anything. That's the problem.
No, that's right. He's quite mild by comparison with a couple of us. We younger ones.
Lonnie should be here soon.
Yeah.
Lonnie wants to do it if he thinks his internet can support it, but I don't know if it can. If
Well,
it
and
falls
he's
out $150, then it's useless. No, that would be his problem. We have Anna and Ray today.
It would be nice to see them.
They're here. You'll see them in a minute.
Yep.
There they
Oh,
are.
good.
Oh, there they
By the way,
are.
Jerry, we haven't heard from Jerry lately.
No, is he doing other things or just gone absent without leave?
He doesn't tell me.
Hi.
He does.
Could be away for all we know.
How you doing, Anna and Ray?
Afternoon,
Hello,
everybody.
hi.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
If nobody steps in at the 11th hour after today, the next time I'll be seeing everybody again is June the 12th. That'll be the
Alright.
next. That'll be the next time if nobody steps up here.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 8 weeks. We'll go dark for 8 weeks. But here's Lonnie.
We'll miss you all.
Hmm.
Hope that after 8 weeks we'll get our audience back. Go on to bigger and better things.
Hmm.
There are no better things.
People want to go live now. That's the thing. I don't blame them.
Lonnie, how's your connection?
You have to unmute if you want to answer. Lonnie is muted.
I haven't gotten my new router yet because we had to order it.
Oh.
But
And here you are.
yeah, but it'll probably break up again today as it always does. So is it crackling now?
There is some steady noise.
A little hissing.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what that is. I can fix that. But it's not. There's no
No
crackling.
crackling. No crackling.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll do the best I can. The company finally admitted that it's their equipment that's causing the problem. So I went out and got a
that's
decent
progress.
router. And anyway, I know I have the right upload speed and everything. I could do it all, but the problem is that this is the third router I've had from them, and it's the second modem. And the technician says he doesn't understand why the company does it, but they just keep right on with it and keep replacing the stuff and whatever. It's their business, I guess.
Isn't that that's supposed to be the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting
over and
different
over,
results?
Yes, but you have to remember where we are here.
Yeah, fair dues. Fair point, well made.
Right.
You also have to remember that the other part of that definition of insanity is that you expect a different result.
Right.
This
Exactly.
company
Yeah.
doesn't expect a different result. They just expect him to not bother them for a month.
I think
Right.
Susan wants to say something.
Please, can I say something?
Yes.
All of you know, I know zip about technology. This is simply an observation. Lonnie, when you're speaking, I hear you clearly every single time, and you come out of that speaker. The minute you start to play or something electronic goes on, you come out of this speaker and it's always breaking up. So there's some kind of something going on. I have no idea what that means.
Okay,
For your consideration.
what Zoom has, I don't know how to put this. They broadcast in stereo, but you have to go into it with a mono signal. So the mono signal is then split into two signals, one of which goes to one of your speakers and one on the other. And that's the reason you hear it that way.
Right.
But it still cracks up when you're singing, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
when
well-
you speak, it never cracks up.
Well,
So
that's because I'm not,
bandwidth.
actually, I'm not offending anyone when I'm speaking. However, when I use my voice to sing,
Must try harder.
yes, when I use my
What's the
voice to
matter with you?
sing, then you people have the mercy of having it crack up, you know. Just be glad you don't have to listen to it purely.
But what if maybe you tried doing something unplugged sometime, see what happens?
Well, in order to do that, you'd have to listen very carefully because all of us are in this together. And the minute you plug anything into the wall, you are no longer acoustic. It's over.
Now you see you cracked up a little bit then while you were speaking.
There's a possibility that might be overdriving, but how is the volume? Is the volume okay?
Volume is fine.
Not bad. Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah.
Good.
Still
okay?
okay. I wish it was something besides Zoom, because if it were anything besides Zoom, we could check the output.
Yeah.
It costs $15,000 a person. So
Yeah.
gas, Kazan or something like that. I can't afford it.
Neither can I. In fact,
The thing
it's
is,
Okay, I think we better start performing here. I announced before you came on, Lonnie and Daniel, that our next session, being that we can't get anyone to take over, will be, I said, on June the 12th, will be after today. That's the next time I'll be allowed religiously to see you again, on June the 12th. So keep that in mind. Okay, Maury was here first. Okay, Maury is number one. Pat and Harvey, 2 and 3. Debbie and Ron, 4 and 5. Bob Winkler, 6. Kathleen, 7. Bob and Susan, 8 and 9. Bill Podden, 10. Anna and Ray, 11 and 12. Lonnie is 13. Daniel is 14. Okay, with that, I ask everybody to please mute what other people are singing. I find myself every time having to mute people who forget to mute after they applaud. So please make things easy for me today. I have to worry about a freezer that's going bad in time for Passover, and the repairman is supposed to call me today. So please make things easy for me. I appreciate it. Okay, everybody mute. Maury, take it away.
Okay. All right, this is a song that I like, but I sang it before, but I'm gonna repeat it. It's a repeat. And it's a song, another one of about 900 songs that are written by Bob Dylan. And this is one of them. This was written pretty early in 1963. And it was a long time before I knew that that song, which the melody of which I liked, was written by Bob Dylan. I found that out fairly recently, but it's the song "Tomorrow Is a Long Time." Okay, written in 1963. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to you at all. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, yes, and I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. I can see my reflection in the waters. I can't speak the sounds that show no pain. I can't hear the echo of my footsteps. I can't remember the sound of my own name. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and I could hear her heart softly pounding, and only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. There's beauty in the silver singing river. There's beauty in the sunrise in the sky. But none of these and nothing else can touch the beauty that I remember in my true love's eyes. And only if my own true love was waiting, and I could hear her heart softly pounding, and only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to you at all. Yes, only if my own true love was waiting, and I could hear her heart softly pounding, and only if she were lying by me, could I lie in my bed once again. That's it.
Thank you, Murray. And now Pat.
Okay, this song is Heaven Only Knows,
Sung
by Emily Lou Harris. Every night it's the same. I feel your heart turn cold as rain, and know that you'll be gone again. I hear the front door close. You say you got to go downtown. I guess there's someone else you found. So why you're still coming round, heaven only knows. Heaven only knows just why loving you should make me cry, make me feel like I could die. That's the way it goes. Heaven only ever sees how love's made a fool of me. I guess that's how it's meant to be, but heaven only knows. Heard it said that talk is cheap, but still your words, they cut so deep. Lay me crying in my sleep, and the pain just grows. I don't know who's right or wrong, but all we had is dead and gone. So why you keep me hanging on, heaven only knows.
Yes. Chorus.
I know. Heaven only knows just why loving you should make me cry, make me feel like I could die. That's the way it goes. Heaven only ever sees how love's made a fool of me. I guess that's how it's meant to be, but heaven only knows. Gonna turn and walk away. There's nothing left for me to say. It wouldn't change things anyway, though I suppose the love I gave was always true. Oh, I know what else to do. Now I'll ever get over you, heaven only knows. Heaven only knows just why loving you should make me cry, make me feel like I could die. That's the way it goes. Heaven only ever sees how love's made a fool of me. I guess that's how it's meant to be, but heaven only knows.
I forgot to start next time.
Okay, very good.
Excellent.
Very good.
Well, I'm going to apologize to Murray because I forgot to start the recording. I
Again.
had it paused, and so I lost this song, and I lost Pat's first song. It's running now.
I have.
Oops.
Yeah. Brain freeze.
Oops. You know, your memory is the second thing that goes, and I can't remember what the first one was. Okay, guy named Dwayne Blackwell wrote this in the late 50s. And you might be moved to put a couple of wah-wah-oohs in the middle of it if you recognize the song. Our guardian star lost all its glow the day that I lost you. It lost all its glitter the day you said no, and its gray skies turned to blue. Like him, I am doubtful that your love is true. So if you decide to call on me, ask for Mr. Blue. I'm Mr. Blue. When you say you love me, then prove it by going out on the slide, proving your love is untrue. Call me Mr. Blue. I'm Mr. Blue. When you say you're sorry, then turn around, headed for the lights of town, hurting me through and through. Call me Mr. Blue. And I sit alone each night, wait by the phone each night, but you don't call, and I won't hurt my pride. I won't tell you when it's late the town. A bright, bright red, turn it upside down. I'm painting it too. I'm painting it blue. And I sit alone each night, wait by the phone each night, but you don't call, and I won't hurt my pride. Won't tell you when you paint the town a bright, bright red to turn it upside down. I'm painting it too, but I'm painting it blue. Call me Mr. Blue. Call me Mr. Blue.
Good job, Harvey.
Yeah, beautifully done.
Okay, thank you so much, Harvey and Pat. Debbie and Ron are next. Unmute. And everybody else, please mute.
All right, I'm gonna do another train song, so.
All right.
The thing is, it's by Utah Phillips. I've done it before, and it turns out that it wasn't written about a train. It was written about some person that Bruce Phillips knew. But to me, it's a train song. So that's how I'm billing it. Seeing all his friends, I know she's gone.
guys have been practicing. Okay.
You got one more.
Thank you. All right, so now I've got another Utah Phillips song. Very much, well, different from the train song. He was, always fighting for things and a union organizer and an activist. And anyhow, he dealt with the miners and the unions, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so this is one of his other songs called The Green Rolling Hills of West Virginia. The green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven I know. All the time I shine and breathe, and I cannot linger here. They'll keep me and never let me go. My daddy said, don't ever be a miner. A miner's grave is all you'll ever own. There's hard times everywhere, can't find a dime to spare. These are the worst times I've ever known. All the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the sad and drear, and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. Away into some crowded city, in some northern factory town, you'll find me there. I'll leave the past behind, I'll never change my mind. These troubled times are more than I can bear. The green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear, and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. Someday I'll go back to West Virginia, to those green rolling hills I love so well. Oh, someday I'll go home, and I know I'll right the wrong. These hard times will follow me no more. The green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear, and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. Though the times are sad and drear, and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go.
But no.
Yeah, that
That was beautiful.
Very good. Thank you, Debbie. Bob Winkler out in Oregon.
Thank you. Beautiful music. Well, been here 3 months now, and I finally filled up all my radio push buttons with suitable oldie stations and folk stations and a couple of nice classical stations, both AM and FM. So I'm happy now. Still morning here, raining. That's the weather report. And that's the weather report for the next 2 weeks, since I won't see you next week probably. Anyway, something from Elvis. Can't help falling in love. A real quick sound check, so. Wise men, okay? All right, do the intro. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you.
We all say,
Sound is working perfectly now, Bob. Thank you.
That was a good sing around we had there, wasn't it?
Okay, Kathleen, it's all yours now.
Okay, I'm going to do a song by, well, I heard it by Anne Muir first, and apparently it's written by David Mallet, and I listened to him, but I like her version best, although he wrote it. And it's called I Knew This Place. I knew this place, I knew it well, every sound and every smell. Every time I walked I felt for the first 2 years or so. There across a grassy yard, I a young one running hard, brown and bruised and battered scarred, and lost in sweet illusion. From my window I can see the fingers of an ancient tree, Reaching out it calls to me to climb its early branches. But all my climbing days are done, and these tired legs I'm standing on, but scarcely dare to leave the spot upon which they are standing. I remember every word of every voice I ever heard, every frog and every bird, yes, this is where it starts. My brothers laugh, the sighing wind, this is where my life begins. This is where I learn to use my hands and hear my heart. This house is old, it carries on like verses to an old-time song. It's always changed but never gone. This house can stand the seasons. Our lives pass on from door to door, dust across the wooden floor. And feather rain and thunder roar, we need not know the reason. And as these thoughts come back to me, like ships across a friendly sea, like breezes blowing endlessly, like rivers running deep. The day is done, the lights are low, the wheels of life are turning slow. As these visions turn and go, I lay me down to sleep. I knew this place, I knew it well, every sound and every smell. Every time I walked I fell, for the first 2 years or so. The day is done, the lights are low, the wheels of life are turning slow. As these visions turn and go, I lay me down to sleep.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's nice to hear you singing again.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. Now,
That's a
Robin
favorite,
Susan.
Kathy. Okay.
Okay, well, a couple of sessions ago, Debbie and Ron stole our song.
Stole it from us.
So hopefully you've forgotten that, and we're going to do our little version of Peggy Gordon. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I'm so in love, I can't deny it. My heart lies smothered in thy breast. It's not for you to let the world know. A troubled mind sure can find no rest. I put my head to a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare, for when I'm drinking, I am thinking and wishing Peggy Gordon was here. I wish I was away in England, far across the briny sea, sailing o'er the deepest ocean, where love nor care never bother me. And I wish I was in some lonesome valley, where womankind cannot be found, where the pretty small birds do change their voices, and every moment a different sound. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee.
Lovely.
Terrific harmonies.
Thank you.
That was just super.
Thanks.
Very good. Bob,
We got 4-part harmonies here with you guys.
Someday soon, eh?
Yeah.
From your mouth to God's ear.
Yeah.
Well, Kathleen and I have kind of been pen pals for a little while now. Her over there in England and us here in the States. And she says, why don't you sing some of your own songs? And I do occasionally. But she asked for this one. It's probably one of the more simple ones I've ever written. You know, especially before the pandemic, I've sung at assisted living places a lot. And I can't tell you how many times I've sung the Tennessee Waltz. And so I just thought once I'd write a little waltz, you know, like a country waltz. And of course, it's just like the Tennessee Waltz, it's easier to write a song about love lost than finding love. So that's in the same vein, that's what this one is. I'm waltzing alone. Well, I thought that you loved me and really did care, and love that you showed me you never would share. You gave me sweet loving like I've never known. We're dancing together, but I'm waltzing alone. Out on the dance floor, I'm waltzing alone. Although you are with me, you're already gone, twirling around in that three-quarter zone. We look together, but I'm waltzing alone. My arms are around you like I held you before, but your love isn't with me as we spin on the floor. I thought that you loved me and never would roam. We're dancing together, but I'm waltzing alone. Out on the dance floor, I'm waltzing alone. Although you are with me, you're already gone, twirling around in that three-quarter zone. We look together, but I'm waltzing alone. And I thought I could keep you all of my life, make a good home, and you'd be my wife. But after the dance, I'll be out on my own. Oh, we're dancing together, but I'm waltzing alone. Out on the dance floor, I'm waltzing alone. Although you are with me, you're already gone. I'm twirling around in the three-quarter zone. We look together and I'm waltzing alone. Twirling around in that three-quarter zone. We look together and I'm waltzing alone. Waltzing alone.
Thank you.
Great job. Now, Bill Pardon.
Right, and yeah, still in my shanty outfit here because I'm straight off the performance, and it struck me there were so many types of folk music at this festival today, but the shanty crew was like the torchbearer for the songs of the sea and the shanties and everything else, and I felt really I was a bit of a fake because those of you that know my Essex Ploughboy song as an example know that I come from generations of country folk, you see, and I thought I'd revert to that now. So, because the Essex Ploughboy was really a winter song, he sings his winter song. So this is one which celebrates really the joy and the Englishness of the rest of the seasons, if you like. So we shall see. I like these traditional songs. Not, I still don't know what key I'm doing this in. One day I'm going to learn what keys to do songs in. I am a simple country boy, I have no store of gold, but all around there can be found such treasures to behold. And with the changing seasons my bounty shall increase, as nature in its glory does its pageantry release. It's all going well so far, isn't it? In the spring I sing of all the things that fill the daylight hours, the beebly bums and all their chums that flit among the flowers, the dappley dills and blue spring squills and wallflowers all are there, and lots of forget-me-nots, but I can't remember where. And God is in his heaven, the sun is in the sky. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. Diddle-oo-dum, diddle-oo-dum, do, diddle-oo-dum, diddle-i-day. In summertime the clear blue sky is shining like a crown, and flagon dries and flattery buys are stuttering all around. The robin sits upon a bough and sings his very best. He doesn't know back home he's got a cuckoo in his nest. The strawberries have ripened and there's honey in the hive, and things with wings and horrible stings are eating me alive. Will lie between the cowpats and my love I will declare. There I'll pick for thee a daisy chain to wear around thy hair. And God is in his heaven, the sun is in the sky. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. Diddle-oo-dum, diddle-oo-dum, do-diddle-oo-dum, diddle-i-day. Well, the autumn fields are harvested, there's fruit upon the bough. Spiders' webs grow wider and get stuck upon thy brow. In gold and brown the leaves fall down as trees begin to tire. I shall bring to thee my chestnuts for to warm upon thy fire. I am a simple country boy, no castle do I own. But for myself I have such wealth as kings have never known. And lords and ladies' finery we shall never wear. But I got thee, and thou got me, and that's your lot, so there. And God is in his heaven, the sun is in the sky. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. The peasants and the partridges, they all go flying by. Diddle dum diddle dum doo diddle dum diddle day. Diddle dum diddle dum doo diddle dum diddle day. So there.
I love it.
Very enjoyable.
That was fantastic. Do our friends across the pond need a translation of a cowpat?
I think you could do it so much better than I could. I'll leave it to you. I haven't the words.
Okay, it's your turn anyhow, Anna and Ray, if you want to.
Righty-ho. A cowpat, by the way, is the thing that comes out of a cow, not anything that goes into a cow. Okay, this is a song by Mike Silver. I think we've done it before. It's about children flying the nest, and it's called Not For You. This bird has flown, she's gone to try her wings. How soft and clear she sings, don't say you didn't know. This bird has flown, this is the time. 1 foot on the winding road, her shoes are tied in walking bows. It's not for you to mind, this is that time. If you think it through, there's nothing very much to say. She wouldn't hear it anyway, she's just the same as you. If you think it through, someday she may return, but only time will tell, and you may have to wait a long, long time. If she comes back, you need to know she will not fly into your arms like she did as a child. She's in full bloom, colors brighter than the sun. She's found her only one, it's not for you to choose. She's in full bloom. This bird has flown, this is the time. If you think it through, she's in full bloom. Mike Silver. Thank you very much.
Or you go.
Okay, Bob was saying earlier that it's harder to write a song about finding love than about losing it. And that's probably true, but it just happens that the next song that we chose is a song, it's by Ralph McTell. It's about finding love. I think we've probably done this before. We're getting to the point where we're starting to recycle our repertoire a bit. And this song, this is not exactly as Ralph McTell wrote it.
And if you know the song, you'll realize the difference. And there we go. Ray's just getting the set list sorted. So here we go.
I went down to the hiring fair for to sell my labor, and I noticed a lad in the very next row, hoped that he'd be my neighbor. Imagine then, oh my delight, when the farmer picked us both. I spoke not a word on the cart to the farm, but my heart beat in my throat. My lodging was dry and my master fair, and I gave him full measure. But my envy grew like the corn in the field, for on his farm was my treasure. And I'd watch him carry water or drive cows from the byre. And the heat from the sun made the corn grow strong, and with it my desire. I'd see him in my dreaming and dream of his caress, his eyes, his lips, and his dark brown hair, his love for me confessed. Harvest time, it came at last, so heavy was the task, that the women and the men worked side by side, and I had him near at last. I swung harder with my scythe, few words between us passed, and I cursed my tongue-tied youthfulness and hoped that he'd hear my heart. When all was safely gathered in and we sat down to rest, my trembling fingers touched his arm, and he placed them on his breast. He turned to me as the sun went down, and all my senses reeled, and we lay there on the scented ground, and the moon rose over the field. I was safely gathered in his arms when from the barn drifted the sound of a violin, and we hurried back to the farm, and all were dancing in the lantern light, and music filled the air. And I thank my stars for the harvest moon and the boy from the hiring fair.
Thank you very much. And of course, that was originally written as The Girl from the Hiring Fair. So,
I've never heard this before. I don't think you did it before. I've never heard it.
oh, well, good then.
Okay, thank you so
Beautiful
much.
song.
Thank you.
Yeah, everything you do is beautiful. Okay, Lonnie.
Check will be in the post.
You, Saul?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, we had some excitement. Our chief of security here on the compound is a pit bull, and he does his job very, very well. And last night he discovered some termites. Unfortunately, they were in the hovel here, and he seemed to like them. His name is Gandhi. He's really all right. Gandhi, did you like those termites? I mean, I think you liked them. Oh, that's a good boy. All right. Anyway, that's Gandhi. He speaks. It's an amazing thing. Now I've got a song for you, and in deference to Bob and Susan, I will do it as close to unplugged as I possibly can, but I can't yell loud enough, so I'm going to be forced, actually, to use this microphone. Anyway, this isn't an upbeat song or a fast song or even a very pleasant song, because it deals with sort of the same thing that's going on all over the place today. By the way, I think when we look at those Russian soldiers over there in Ukraine, we should be a little bit merciful, lest we forget that we are looking in a mirror. So anyway, here's a song about Kevin Barry.
In Mountjoy jail one Monday morning, high upon the gallows tree, Kevin Barry gave his young life for the cause of liberty. Just a lad of 18 summers, yet there's no one can deny, as he walked to death that morning, proudly held his head up high. Just before he faced the hangman in his dreary prison cell, the black and tans tortured Barry just because he would not tell all the names of his companions and other things they wish to know. Turn informer and we'll free you. Kevin Barry answered no. Shoot me like an Irish soldier, do not hang me like a dog. For I fought for Ireland's freedom and that dark September morn. All around the little bakery where we fought them hand to hand, shoot me like a brave soldier, for I fought for Ireland. Kevin Barry, do not leave us. On the scaffold you must die, cried his broken-hearted mother as she bade her son goodbye. Kevin turned to her in silence, saying, "Mother, do not weep, for it's all for dear old Ireland, and it's all for freedom's sake." Calmly standing to attention, while he bade his last farewell to his broken-hearted mother, whose sad grief no one could tell. For the cause he proudly cherished, this sad parting had to be. Then to death walk softly smiling, that old Ireland might be free. Another martyr for old Ireland, another murder for the crown. whose brutal laws may kill the Irish, but won't keep their spirits down. Lads like Barry are no cowards, from the foe they will not fly. Lads like Barry, he will free Ireland. For her sake they live and die.
Magnificent.
Thank you very much.
Well sung.
And you didn't break up once.
I was worried about that. I'm trying to make sure I can get this set up right. You know, it's, and wait till you guys hear the new router.
We'll have to wait 8 weeks for it now.
Well, Saul, let me ask you this whilst I have you. Are you going to be totally incommunicado, or are you allowed to speak with people?
Well, the first week is Passover. I'm not allowed to use the computer on that Sunday, but I can speak with people. You can email me, and that's not a problem. I'm just not allowed to listen to music. That's all.
I got an idea. All you have to do is keep on doing this, and when the people are singing, with the exception of me, of course, because you couldn't call what I do singing or music, but all you got to do is mute it, Saul.
I know that would be torture for me to have to just do it every time. Just turn the thing off, because I love the music so much.
Yeah, so do I. I have that problem.
It's not fair to ask me to do it.
It's ruined. Well, if this router works and I can get this sorted, I might be able to do a few of those for you. You know, so
you let me know, and then I'll let everybody else know. Okay.
I will, because I'm going to miss everybody, because I'm up here in Lower Trumpia, and I can't leave the compound. You know.
We realize it. Okay. Daniel's been waiting very patiently, and I think we will get to hear him now.
Unmute.
I got to, okay, right. This is a song called When First Unto This Country, or Nancy Was Her Name, and I wasn't actually able to find a real composer for it, but it's a nice song. When first unto this country a stranger I came, I courted a fair maiden, Nancy was her name. I courted her for love I couldn't obtain. Do you think I've any reason for right to complain? I rode to see my Nancy, I rode both day and night. I courted fairest Nancy, my own heart's true delight. I rode to see my Nancy, I rode both night and day, till I noticed the stallion, both white looking and gray. The sheriff men had followed and overtaken me. They carted me on to the penitentiary. They beat me and they banged me, they fed me on dry beans, till I wished in my own heart I'd never been a thief. With my hands in my pockets, my cap set on so bold, and my coat of many colors like Jacob's of old. When first unto this country a stranger I came, I courted a fair maiden, Nancy was her name.
Very good.
Yeah, I thought Oscar Brand wrote this. Not true?
He wrote that song?
No, I think it's
thought
sad.
Oscar Brand wrote this. Anybody
Really? I
know?
thought it was a traditional, but I'll see if I can find it.
I don't know. All I could find was two names that didn't ring a bell. And I couldn't find it. I apologize. I usually try to look them up.
Yeah. Okay, Debbie will look it up while I
Yeah.
perform, okay?
But it's a pretty song.
It's very pretty, yes, of course.
Mike, if she wants
Yeah.
to.
By the way, Mike, are you gonna perform or not? No, okay. Okay, I guess it's my turn now. I just wanted to say something, before I perform. It was last night I learned of a very sad moment. The Borderline Folk Club, which we put so many years into, has finally been dissolved. I heard from Tom Cardullo last night, and they took the treasury. They gave half of it to the ambulance corps, the Rue City Ambulance Corps, and the other half to the Nanuet Library. Those were the two venues that always gave us the place free of charge. So I think they deserve the payback. The name Borderline now belongs to me. They voted to give it to me. They have the website is still good again until I think January, but the website costs money, and I don't know how to really do anything with it. So we're probably going to end the website. We have Facebook now, which is free. I have this page, that we're on, plus I was always the administrator of the Borderline page on Facebook, which has been used recently for a good purpose, so new musicians can advertise their gigs, and the venues can advertise their gigs. We're going to keep it up, that page. I'm going to keep that page up, and somehow we're going to try to add the Borderline name to to our title somehow. I'm going to figure it out, because good memories cannot be allowed to die. Okay, so with that, I am going to perform a song. I've done this before a while back. It's a song about an island, Cape Breton Island, which is actually the northern part of Nova Scotia. The song was written, however, by somebody from Newfoundland, a man by the name of Bruce Guthrow. He wrote the song. But the person who made the song famous is Aislinn Debison, who she's from Grace Bay, Nova Scotia. She first came on the scene, and she recorded the song when she was 11 years old. And today, I know she just graduated college. She's married, and she has children now, and the time flies. So it's called The Island. I have to forgive me a little, because I have very bad allergies today. Over an ocean and over a sea, beyond these great waters, oh, what do I see? I see the great mountains climb from the coastline, the hills of Cape Breton, this new home of mine. Oh, they come from the countries all over the world to hack at the forest, to plow the land down. Fishermen, farmers, and sailors all come to clear for the future this pioneer ground. We are an island, a rock in a stream. We are a people as proud as there's been, in soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds. The home of our hearts, Cape Breton. Somebody's not muted there. Okay, I just took care of it. Over the rooftops and over the trees, within these new townships, oh, what do I see? I see the black pit heads, the coal wheels are turning, the smokestacks are belching, and the blast furnace burning. Oh, the sweat on the back is no joy to behold, in the heat of the steel plant or mining the coal. And the foreign-owned companies force us to fight for our survival and for our rights. We are an island, a rock in the stream. We are a people as proud as there's been, in soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds, the home of our hearts, Cape Breton. Over the highways and over the roads, over the causeway, stories are told. They tell of the coming and the going away. The cities of America draw me away. Ah, the companies come and the companies go, and the ways of the world we may never know. We'll follow the footsteps of those on their way, and we'll ask for the right to leave or to stay. We are an island, a rock in the stream. We are a people as proud as there's been, in soft summer breezes or in wild winter winds, the home of our hearts, Cape Breton. We are an island, a rock in the stream. We are a people as proud as there been, in soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds, the home of our hearts, Cape Breton. And with that,
Lovely.
start again, and we'll go around. Murray, it's all yours.
Okay. Okay, and now this song is going to come as a surprise. I mean, the fact that I'll be singing such a song, but this song is known by practically everybody, and I believe in they must know it in the United Kingdom also, all those countries, and probably all over the world. And although it was an American song, it originated in America as far as I know. And nobody knows who actually wrote it initially. It's really a traditional song. And I would say that it goes back to the first half of the 19th century, 1840s or 1850s, probably 1850 or something like that, because it mentions somebody who was a 49er. And that's the miners who went to try to find gold in California in 1849. And you may have guessed by now that the song that I'm going to sing is the famous, not only a folk song, but also a kiddie song that kids learn at a very early age in school or in camps. And it's the song, My Darling Clementine, or just Clementine. And the reason I'm singing it because I came across it printed out somewhere where they illustrated it with cartoons. And you know, I don't know if you can see this, but you see cartoons that where every line of the song is written, and there's also everything is illustrated with cartoons. And also the reason that I picked it to sing is that I had never heard the last stanza that they put to the song. I don't know, maybe they didn't feel it suitable for children to learn in school or something, but I don't know how many of you have ever heard this last stanza. But anyway, I'll sing the song and we'll see. In the cavern, in the canyon, excavating for a mine, lived a miner, 49er, and his daughter Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Light she was and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Drove she ducklings to the water every morning just at 9, stubbed her toe against a splinter, fell into the foaming brine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Now here's the last stanza. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine, until I kissed her little sister and forgot my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. And this is illustrated as if to show that Clementine didn't really drown. She got thrown into the water, but came up and survived. And she's looking at her ex-boyfriend kissing her little sister and looking very disgusted.
Yeah, I learned that when I was a child, right down to the very last verse.
The last verse. Okay, good. All right.
Here they were a little more protective of the children, I think, on the side of the.
I guess.
Maury, every time I hear that song, I think of Shep Goldberg.
Yeah.
Maury had a boarder, and his parents used to take boarders in, and this guy was a real character. He would sing this song all the time.
Ah.
Okay, next is Pat and Harvey.
Okay, this is another Emmylou Harris song, but it's a duet, and so she did this with Mark Knopfler, whatever.
Famous from Dire Straits.
So this is Mark over here.
I don't play like Knopfler. All right.
Here's a penny for any thought it is that makes you smile, every diamond dream, everything that brings love and happiness to your life.
Here's a rabbit's foot. Take it when you go, so you'll always know you're safe from harm. Wear your ruby shoes when you're far away, so you'll always stay home in your heart. You will always have a lucky star that shines because of what you are, even in your deepest dark, because your aim is true. If I could only have one wish, darling, then it would be this: love and happiness for you. Here's a spinning wheel
once you've learned, there's a way to turn the straw to gold. Here's a rosary, count on every bead, with a prayer to keep the hope you hold. You will always have a lucky star that shines because of what you are, even in the deepest dark, because your aim is true. And if I could only have one wish, darling, it would be this: love and happiness for you. And if I could only have one wish, darling, then it would be this: love and happiness for you.
Lovely.
Very nice.
There you go, one more.
All right, well, from a positive song about love to a somewhat bitter song on the same subject by a guy named Patrick Sky, a thing called Separation Blues. Well, I'm in the kitchen, my baby's in the hall. Said I'm in the kitchen, my baby's in the hall. I'm in the kitchen, baby's in the hall. You know she won't talk to me at all, 'cause you know we got the separation blues. Said see that fly crawling up that wall. Says you see that fly crawling up that wall. See that fly crawling up that wall. You know he won't speak to Miss Spider at all, 'cause you know they got the separation blues. When you kick your baby out of bed 'cause she won't treat you right, when you feel mistreated, buddy, take my advice. Leave that woman and leave her quick. Say leave that woman and leave her quick. Leave that woman, leave her quick, else she'll have you on a stick. You know it's better to leave and get some separation blues. Little guitar. Adam ate the apple, which Eve did thieve. Said Adam ate that apple, which Eve did thieve. Adam ate that apple, which Eve did thieve. And the Lord said, Adam, you gotta leave that. Gave him the separation blues. Now the last words that poor John the Baptist said. Say the last words that John the Baptist said. The last words that John the Baptist said just before he lost his head. Ooh, gives me the separation blues. All this goes to show since time began what those women can do to men. It's better to buy than to be sold to the gutter for a bottle of gin. So if she don't treat you like you think she should, if she don't treat you like you think she should, if she don't treat you like you think she should, your services ain't no longer good. Well, it's time you got a dose of separation. Said it's time you got a dose of separation. Look out, here come that dose of separation blues.
Thank you, Harvey and Pat. And now I think Debbie and Ron, right?
Yes.
Debbie and Ron. Your
All right.
turn.
Okay, when I do my next, when we come back, I'm gonna do some old rock and roll songs, and I'm gonna have Pat Minch do the doo-wops. I am impressed. Anyway, I have a musical introduction to this next song. Okay, oh, Bob and Susan, I'm so embarrassed to steal the songs you sing so well.
What about your ass?
I'm singing, I'm always thinking that when you do them, they're always best.
All right.
All right, now. I'm going to do a song now that I enjoy singing, and it's just too bad for the rest of you.
Yeah.
I got to find my note, though. Huh, same note.
All right.
My name is Captain Kidd. As I sail, as I sail, my name is Captain Kidd. As I sail. Oh, my name is Captain Kidd. God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did. As I sailed, as I sailed. My father taught me well. As I sailed, as I sailed. My father taught me well. As I sailed. Oh, my father taught me well to shun the gates of hell. But yet I did rebel. As I sailed, as I sailed. He put a Bible in my hands. As I sail, as I sail. He put a Bible in my hands. As I sail. He put a Bible in my hands, and I sunk it in the sand before I left the strand. As I sailed, as I sailed. Then I murdered William Moore. As I sail, as I sail, I murdered William Moore. As I sail. Oh, I murdered William Moore, and I left him in his gore. 30 leagues from shore. As I sailed, as I sailed. And being crueler still. As I sail, as I sail, and being crueler still, as I sail. Oh, and being crueler still, the gunner I did kill, and his precious blood did spill. As I sail, as I sail. I was sick and nigh to death. As I sail, as I sail, I was sick and nigh to death. As I sailed, I was sick and nigh to death, and I vowed with every breath to walk in wisdom's way as I sailed. My repentance lasted not as I sailed. My repentance lasted not as I sailed. My repentance lasted not. My vows I soon forgot. Damnation is my lot as I sailed. To execution dock I must go. To execution dock I must go. Oh, to execution dock, lay my head upon the block. God's laws no more I'll mock as I sail.
Yeah, beautifully done.
No more.
Captain Kidd, never mind where Moore is buried. Just
Yeah.
tell us what you did with the treasure.
Follow the money.
All right, what is this? Key of G, mandolin. Okay. All right, we got a.
Okay. I lost all my money by the $2 bill. $2 bill. $2 bill. I lost all my money by the $2 bill. I'm on my way home. I'm homesick and lonesome. I'm feeling kind of blue. Feeling kind of blue. I'm feeling kind of blue. Sick and lonesome, feeling kind of blue. I'm on my long journey home. It's cloudy in the west and it looks like rain. It looks like rain. Lord, it looks like rain. It's cloudy in the west and it looks like rain. I'm on my long journey home. It's dark and raining and I've got to go home. I've got to go home, boys. I want to go home. It's dark and it's raining and I've got to go home. I'm on my long journey home. There's black smoke rising and it looks like a train. It looks like a train. It surely is my train. Black smoke rising. It surely is my train. I'm on my long journey home. If you get to heaven and you don't see my name on the train to eternity, pack it up and come and rescue me. I'm on my long journey home. I hear that train coming and I'll soon be gone. I'll soon be gone. Lord, I'll soon be gone. I hear that train coming and I'll soon be gone. I'm on my long journey home. I lost all my money, but a $2 bill. A $2 bill. A $2 bill. I lost all my money, but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home.
Well, we're still here, taking that journey yet. Thank you.
And now, Bob Winkler.
Okay. Well, this came out okay in rehearsal earlier, but it didn't come out so okay a minute ago. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of stylized. That's Buddy Holly, Every Day. Always hope for the best. Here we go. day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, every day it's a getting faster. Everyone says go ahead and ask her. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come my way. Do you ever long for true love from me? Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey. Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, love like yours will surely come my way. Buddy Holly.
Kathleen, ready for you?
My first pin-up. Right. Yeah. Thank you for the request, Bob, and thank you, Sol, as well, for everything you do. We won't see you for a few weeks. Oh, I'm going to do something I've done before as well. It's a Kate Wolf song. I really like her songs. It's Green Eyes. I haven't done it for quite a long time, I don't think. Every night we light the candle that stands by our bed. Sometimes the flame's too much to handle. That's what you say. That's what you say. And you should know. 'Cause you built a fire in me and you made it burn. You followed me, watching every move, matching every turn. Green eyes, they don't miss a thing. Hold me like the sun going down. Warm me like a fire in the night, without a sound. You were waiting till I heard, just as patient as that love light in your eyes. You never threw away a word, or ever told in a disguise. I ought to know. You were a beacon to a sailor lost at sea. I saw it in your eyes when you looked at me so openly. Green eyes, they don't miss a thing. They hold me like the sun going down, warm me like a fire in the night without a sound. First time I ever saw your laughter break loose inside and tumble out to me. My heart knew it had found what it was after, and it came so easily. We should know. After all the years of the hard and the heavy times, our days go by like best friend storylines, yours and mine. Your green eyes, they don't miss a thing. They hold me like the sun going down, warm me like a fire in the night without a sound. Without a sound.
Yeah, excellent, beautiful song.
Thank you. Bob and Susan.
Okay, since it's April, 'twas on one April morning I heard the small birds singing. 'Twas on one April morning I heard the small birds sing. They were singing, lovely Nancy, love it is a fancy. These were the notes I heard the small birds sing. Down. Young men are false, they're full of all deceiving. Young men are false, they never do prove true. With their roving and their ranging, their minds they're always changing, thinking to find some other girl that's new. Only if I had my own heart in my keeping, only if I had my own heart back again, safe within my keeping, I would lock it up forever, never to stray so far from me again. 'Twas on one April morning I heard the small birds singing. 'Twas on one April morning I heard the small birds sing. They were singing, lovely Nancy, love it is a fancy. These were the notes I heard the small birds sing.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm going to do a song that I wrote that I don't think I've ever sung on Zoom. And story behind it, it's a true story. Before we moved down to Florida 6 years ago, we lived in a town up the Hudson River from New York City, in a town called Nyack on the Hudson. And on Monday nights, we'd gather at a local tavern, and we'd do some old-timey music and folk songs and stuff. And we didn't get going until about 8:30 at night. And Harry Nielsen, the pop singer and songwriter, moved into Nyack in one of the big homes on the river from California. They had a new baby, and he showed up a couple of times at the tavern bringing his guitar, but he was always so high on alcohol and cocaine that he never got past the bar and come join us. And I thought, I had, I guess, thoughts of, maybe we'd be able to get together and write some songs together or whatever, but it never happened, of course. And he was only there for, I don't know, probably less than 2 years, and they moved back to California. And about 1.5 years later, I heard on the radio that he had passed away of a heart attack. So there's a song I wrote about that whole incident called Harry. In LA, you're finding sun that keeps shining. The weather out there suits your clothes. But you came to Nyack to get on the right track, but you couldn't change things, God knows. And you wrote some fine rhymes, you walked some fine lines, you wore fedoras and shades. You knew John Lennon, he was your good friend, but you're both up in heaven these days. And you played piano, sang false soprano, you had a family to raise, but you couldn't show up and you couldn't grow up. Your voice had grown raspy with age. You drank from top shelf, your fears were not wealth. Radio still played your tunes. One should not wonder, one is the loneliest number if your life is all glasses and spoons. And Harry, why did you go? Why did you leave us so soon? You're the midnight cowboy who's gone to the west. You'll sing with the angels and I wish you the best. But Harry, it makes me feel sad. You are the friend that I never had. And you moved into my town, man on a dead run, lived by the river of dreams. And I thought we'd play songs, but you were too outstrung, and the party was over, it seems. And you had a good heart, off to a good start, writing for fortune and fame. But friends cannot save you when you're a slave to the demons that call out your name. Harry, why did you go? Why did you leave us so soon? You're the midnight cowboy who's gone to the west. You'll sing with the angels, and I wish you the best. But Harry, it makes me feel sad. You are a friend that I almost had. On YouTube, if you ever want to hear it.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. Really gorgeous.
Okay, I believe next is Bill.
Yeah, that was a lovely song, that. And I don't think I'll need to confess that my song about the peasants and the partridges wasn't really a traditional song. On that theme, on St Patrick's Day, which I couldn't come to the club on that day, so it didn't matter anyway, but I was going to be very tempted to do that traditional Irish song, Fiddler's Green, which was, of course, written by a lovely old Englishman from Lincolnshire called John Connolly. But John is a real character, and he's old, but he's still getting around the clubs when he's able to. And we had him at our club a few years back, and John's got a big reputation because he didn't just write Fiddler's Green. He's got a raft of songs which are either introduced as Irish or introduced as traditional. He gets very little credit for anything he's done. He writes quite a lot of comic songs, some of which are very, very rude. And he'll do a few parodies, things like the Grumpy Old Men of Old England that some of you know. Some of you think Tony Pryor wrote that, don't you? But we're the grumpy old men of old England. Yeah, you know it. But no, that's another John Connolly special. So, yeah, when he came to our club a few years back, I thought, well, I'll have a song ready for him. And I had a song finished up being called The Man Who Wrote Fiddler's Green. And somewhere in my dusty archives, I've got a recording of that night of me singing this and John himself actually lustily joining in the chorus. But he said he enjoyed it. But I thought he was just being nice because I was going to be cooking his breakfast, and you can't upset the person who's cooking your breakfast, can you? But friends of mine went to see him at a club in Watford a few nights later, and they said he was like still chuffed. He said some bloke's just written a song about me. He said I've sung songs and I've written songs. He says, but I've never been a song in all my years. So he wasn't too upset by it. So I'm going to try and do that, and I'm going to need to fall back on my words. I've noticed as well, there's just one line which might need a little bit of explanation. Most people know that Cecil Sharp is amongst the most eminent of the collectors of traditional dance and song and music from around England in particular. In London, we now have something called Cecil Sharp House in his honour, and that is where there's vast collections of traditional music, dance, and songs all gathered together. And it's known by the folkies affectionately as C Sharp House, which makes sense because it's quite a musical connection, that isn't it? So anyway, we'll see what happens here. This is the story really of John Connolly, and I was asking him to write a song for me and making me the star of it, but he never did write that song. This could go horribly wrong. Anything could happen. He can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. John Connolly, please will you write me a song, and please will you mention my name? It don't have to be more than 12 verses long. I just want to finish up famous. Can you write it like it's a few hundred years old? Can you fill it with pathos and passion? Can I be in the story that you will unfold? If I can, lad, that'd be smashing. He can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. Can we get a Vaughan Williams arrangement? Oh, someone's just told me he's dead. Well, that's quite a final estrangement. Can we get Martin Carthy instead? It can sound Appalachian or Irish or even a little bit odd and eccentric, as long as the folkies all keep on believing it's old and it's bloody authentic. He can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. I want a lead part in a folk song. I suppose that means I'll have to die. If I'm playing a harp, it'll be in C sharp house, 'cause that's where my story will lie. Where you make sure the tune is what people will sing long after we are all gone, and just so it's got a familiar ring. Will you please sign it anon? He can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. There's people who parody lots of his stuff. Les Barker is one among many. It reaches a point where enough is enough, and so far I haven't done any. No, you won't hear me mess with a Connolly song. It's a matter of ethics and loyalty, a matter of knowing what's right and what's wrong. And I won't pay him no bloody royalty. He can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. John Connolly, he is a craftsman. He writes what I wish I had writ. With words he is a master draftsman. My lyrics all finish up short of a rhyme, and if I could write a traditional song, I'd try to describe you the scene of a grumpy old Englishman rolling along, far away from his Fiddler's Green, where he can write a traditional folk song, or one you might think is obscene. He's the grumpy old man of old England, the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. He is the man who wrote Fiddler's Green. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. I think that's about enough, don't you?
Very smart, very smart.
I bet he loved that.
Wonderful.
Okay, and now Anna and Ray.
Ah, thank you. We have fond memories of John Connolly. We were supporting him at Cambridge Folk Club many years ago. And everyone, the organisers were all worried because he hadn't turned up, and it was getting closer and closer to start time. And where was John? Was he going to... I think it was snowing. And they were all worried that he'd gotten stuck on the road somewhere. It turned out he'd been parked in the car park for the last 5 hours and he was having a kip in his van. He was there the whole time. Right. I guess we've been watching coverage on the news and listening to the headlines and seeing all the pictures of people being torn away from the people that they love. And this has been going on for centuries. And every time there's a war, people have to leave the people they love, whether they're off to fight or whether they're fleeing to try and keep themselves and their family members safe. And this song is about that, and it's called Say Goodbye. And I need me squeeze box. There we go. I'm standing in the hallway and I'm talking to my brother. I'm staring at my mother, not knowing what to say. Tears are in our eyes and my body gives a shiver. I'm thinking of forever without them in my life. Leaving from the station at 11:15. My mother left at 7 before the break of day. They're queuing in the streets now, with one behind another. A small bag filled with precious things is all we take away. There's a feeling in my heart. Lives are torn apart. It's a sunny day with light that floods the sky. Say goodbye. I need to say goodbye. We're trying not to cry, saying our last goodbye. I've lived in this old farmhouse all the years I can remember. It's freezing in December, but I never wish to roam. And my grandparents before me, through so many generations, now I'm standing in the station, and it's farewell to my home. There's a feeling in my heart. Lives are torn apart. It's a sunny day with light that floods the sky. Say goodbye. We need to say goodbye. Trying not to cry, saying our last goodbye. Our train pulls from the station for a secret destination, to fight for all humanity who feel the way we do. It's hard to think about the lies that are fueling all this hatred. The people in high places deciding things for you. There's a feeling in my heart. Lives are torn apart. It's a sunny day with light that floods the sky. Say goodbye. We need to say goodbye. We're trying not to cry. Oh, we
Very powerful song. Very powerful song.
Thank you.
More.
Thanks very much. And we've got a bit of a goodbye theme going on today. We had our happy song about finding love, but the Mike Silver song was about saying goodbye, again in a sort of happy way, I suppose, to your children when it's time for them to strike out on their own. This one is also a more gentler sort of goodbye, or a gentler sort of goodbye. And it's about the end of the age of steam, so it's a train song. And it's actually dedicated to a locomotive called the Robert Burns, which was a Britannia class, in case anybody wants to be an anorak about it, which used to serve the East Anglian area and apparently had its last run on the last day of summer. So the song is called Last Day of Summer, and it's from the point of view of someone who drove steam engines and doesn't really think much of the newfangled diesel things. So he's ready to quit if the loco is going to be decommissioned. It's got a singy bit, and I can't think what it is now because it's very difficult to remember lyrics if you're not actually singing them. It's fare thee well, my old best friend. Fare thee well, worked you hard till the end. There'll never be one like you again, and that's how I remember you. Days we spent together working, you and I. Days of heartache, fun, and days gone by. Coal and steam and cinders catching in your eye. That's how I remember you. It's 4 a.m. upon a cold and frosty morn. Fire the boilers and it's time to be gone. Takes a while before the pressure's good and strong. That's how I remember you. Fare thee well, my old best friend. Fare thee well, worked you hard till the end. There'll never be one like you again. That's how I remember you. We carried the workers to the shipyards and the docks, and all of the tourists in their shorts and party frocks. Watch the scenery, but keep one eye on the clock. That's how I remember you. But now they've got diesels which are ready right away, but they don't fire the engine of my heart in the same way. Let the others take them on, we've had our day. That's how I remember you. Fare thee well, my old best friend. Fare thee well, worked you hard till the end. There'll never be one like you again. That's how I remember you. Fare thee well, my old best friend. Fare thee well, worked you hard till the end. Last day of summer.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Anna and Ray. And we're going to prevail on you at the end, you know, to do our ultimate after I do the penultimate. So I'll give you notice so you can prepare one now. Okay.
Thank you.
If you'll oblige me, of course.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Wonderful.
How do you do that?
Ray sits around with his guitar and noodles, and sometimes tunes come out.
I sit around with my fiddle and noodle, but the only thing that ever comes out is pasta.
I think you wrote the one before the salsa, right?
I'm always doing that thing who is it that said that named it singing in yogurt?
Flossie Malavi. I don't know if any of you have ever come across the Brits probably will.
Yeah.
She's a French woman who moved to Newcastle to teach originally, stayed there for a while, developed a folk singing career and a very, very interesting accent.
A Geordie accent.
And she said, when you're singing along with a song and you don't know the words and you make up random syllables, the French call it singing in yogurt. That's what he does.
So quite often I make up a song by singing in yogurt, and then I throw the song to Anna, and she puts words to it.
Great. Right.
It works.
Yes, it works. You have it recorded or videoed?
That one we've got a recording of somewhere,
yeah.
I'd like to cover it. Yeah.
Yes, we'd like to learn it.
Yeah, by all means.
We'll
send you some stuff.
We'll dig it up.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anna and Ray. It's really a pleasure to have you folks here. You add so much to our afternoon. Lonnie, are you ready?
Just about. I'm still copying that. Yeah, I got that much, but I can't remember all the words, you guys. Anyway, I was going to do a piano song, and I've actually thought better of it. It was going to be a song about New York, and it came to me, well, you can't do a song about New York. They're bloody well all down here in Florida. It's after 2017, so we're all in Miami 27. It was by that guy, you know the guy, Billy Joel. And I realized that the only people left up there are Debbie and Ron. And I thought, well, Debbie and Ron, they're not going to like this song. It's called New York State of Mind, and that sounds like a pop song because, well, it is. So I'm not going to do that song at all, so I don't offend anybody. Instead, I'm going to do this song.
Oh dear me, the mill's ganging fast, and the poor wee shifters canna get their rest. Shifting bobbins coarse and fine, oh they fairly make you work for your 10 and 9. Oh dear me, I wish the day was done, running up and down this pass is no fun. Shifting piece and spinning, warp, weft and twine, there's no much pleasure living, often 10 and 9. Oh dear me, the mill's ganging fast, and the poor wee shifters canna get their rest. Shifting bobbins coarse and fine, yes, they fairly make you work for your 10 and 9. Oh dear me, the world's all divided, and them that works the hardest are the least provided. but I'm unbide contented, dark days are fine. Just to feed and clothe my bairnies, often 10 and 9. Oh dear me, the mill's ganging fast, and the poor wee shifters canna get their rest. Shifting bobbins coarse and fine, oh, they fairly make you work for your 10 and 9. Oh dear me.
Good song.
Thank you very much.
Lonnie, that came over much better than it used to on our stereo set that time.
But you
Much
see, it's
better.
wonderful when you get a new stereo.
It really sounded great, Lonnie. Thank you so much. Daniel, are you ready for us? Let me unmute you, okay? So we won't have a problem. I could find you on the thing here. Daniel. You're good, okay.
Okay. This is a song by Cousin Emmy, who I've talked about before. She's a Virginia woman who was very successful in the 1930s on the radio. And she loved to play the banjo very, very loud, which interfered with her singing. But otherwise, she was fun, and she also liked songs that were funny and then songs that were sad. And this is a song called Bowling Green by her. Wish I was in Bowling Green, sitting in a chair. One arm round my pretty little girl, other round my dear. Other round my dear Bowling Green. Oh, if you see that girl of mine, tell her one for me. If she loves another guy, yes, I'll set her free. Yes, I'll set her free, Bowling Green. Oh, good old Bowling Green. Wish I was a bumblebee flitting in the air. Take my lady by my side, take her if you dare. Take her if you dare, Bowling Green. Oh, good old Bowling Green. Going through this old wide world, going through alone. Going through this old wide world, I ain't got no home. I ain't got no home, Bowling Green. Oh, good old Bowling Green. Wish I was in Bowling Green, sitting in a chair. One arm round my pretty little girl, other round my dear. Other round my dear Bowling Green. Oh, good old Bowling Green. Cousin Emmy.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. Okay, folks. Before I do my song, I just want to remind everybody, after this, we will have an absence of 8 weeks. And please remember, mark it on your calendar, June the 10th, Sunday, June 12th, Sunday, June 12th. We will resume. You'll get emails and everything, so please don't forget us. I would like to see everybody back on June the 12th so we can.
Sunday, June 12th.
Sunday, June 12th, same time, 2 o'clock in America, 7 p.m. UK. Okay, this is a song written in the 19th century by an Irishman in Ireland by the name of Wat Murphy. Wat Murphy was a college professor who was in the 50s, and he fell in love with one of his students called Elizabeth, and she was only like 19 years old, and her parents did not approve of the relationship. They sent her away to England. Elizabeth had a middle name, Molly, and he used to call her Molly all the time. So he was a poor college professor. He couldn't afford to follow her there. And her parents were very rich. They sent her away somewhere so she should be far away from him. And he wrote this song as a lament to his dear Molly, called The Rose of Moonkind. Oh, how pleasant to roam by the sunny source stream, to hear the dove coo 'neath the morning sunbeam, where the thrush and the robin their sweet notes entwine on the banks of the sewer that flows down by Moonkind. Chorus. Flow on, lovely river, flow gently along by a water so clear, on the lark's merry song. On your green banks I wander, where first I did join with you, lovely Molly, the rose of Moonkind. Maria, not muted. Okay. Oh, Molly, dear Molly, it breaks my full heart to know that we two forever must part. But I'll think of you, Molly, on the sun and moonshine, on the banks of the sewer that flows down by Moonkind. Flow on, lovely river, flow gently along by a water so clear, on the lark's merry song. By your green banks I wander, where first I did join with you, lovely Molly, the rose of Moonkind. She has sailed far away o'er the deep rolling foam, far away from the hills of her dear native home, where the fishermen go, where there's small boats in line, on the banks of the sewer that flows down by Moonkind. Flow on, lovely river, flow gently along by your water so clear, on the lark's merry song. On your green banks I wander, where first I did join with you, lovely Molly, the rose of Moonkind. And then here's to the Sur, with its valleys so fair, as oft times we wandered in the cool morning air, where the roses are blooming and the lilies entwined on the banks of the Sur that flows down by Moonkind. Flow on, lovely river, flow gently along by a water so clear, on the lark's merry song. On your green banks I wander, where first I did join with you, lovely Molly, the rose of Moonkind.
A lovely song.
Thanks, Sal, for doing this.
Yeah.
Can I ask a little favour of you, Sol?
Yes.
Yeah, last time Anna and Ray were here, Ray had a very significant birthday, and I did pen just a few lines in commemoration, but didn't quite get them levered in. Can I just pass on a few lines for Ray's last birthday?
Absolutely.
Which it's very touching, so I thought I'd better do it before we go away for all these weeks. It says, Ray looked into the bathroom mirror, although it was steamed up and hazy. He said, can't believe I'm 70 now. Why, I still look as fresh as a daisy. He does, doesn't he, really? I'm surprised that they gave me a bus pass when my photo ID looks so young. The mirror just looked and reflected, thinking, neither of us is well hung.
You've been peeking again, haven't you?
Okay. And with that, thank you so much, Bill. And with
Oh my goodness.
we'll take to do the ultimate, and Ray, you've got it.
Right. Okay. Pull yourself together. Okay, we're going to do a song called A Life at Sea. This is a happy song about seafaring, and it has a chorus. So we thought we'd end up with something that everyone could sing along with if you feel like it. And the chorus goes, we heave away, haul away, break our backs every day. We heave away, haul away, all for meagre pay and 1 pint of rum each day. Here we go. It's slower. When I was young, I used to dream as I watched the boats come sailing in, that one day I would travel out to far off foreign lands. And from my room it seemed to me that nothing better could there be than to be a sailor out at sea in the King's Navy. The years passed by, the time was near to claim my place as a volunteer. The sails all set and out to sea, adventures waiting there. And we heave away, haul away, break our backs every day. We heave away, haul away, all for meagre pay and 1 pint of rum each day. Just past 1 month, way out at sea, our work never done and our time never free. Below the decks, the vermin raced in our dark, damp living space. The meager scraps that we were fed, sometimes we felt that we were dead. And the boy who dreamed of the sea often wished he could be safe at home in his bed. And we heave away, haul away, break our backs every day. We heave away, haul away, all for meagre pay and 1 pint of rum each day. The work was hard and conditions bad, but as the months passed by, I watched the old hands working hard and learned new skills each day. My mind now set, ambition firm, and every day at sea confirmed to me the ocean is Thank you very much. And that was written by Ray's cousin, whose name is David Edgington.
Thank you so much.
And I think they only thought they were getting a pint of rum. I think it was mostly water.
Really enjoyed it. I want to wish everybody a happy Passover and a happy Easter.
Can we have a round of applause for Sol?
And Faye.
Thank you so much. And Faye.
Thank you. We'll see you all back on June the 12th. Okay, remember. we have a
Absolutely.
date. Let's
Yes.
keep it.
Thank you. Be there or be square.
We love you all.
Written by this
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
absolutely.
Wait, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Bye bye, everyone.
Sure,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Yeah,
See you in a bit. Bye bye.
Songs. In 8 weeks, we can learn some new
Hold on, I want to smash my guitar.
Don't do it.
Jimi Hendrix.
Cheerio.
Bye bye.
Thank you, dude. Bye-bye.
Get there someday. It's cold here.
Bye bye.
Yes, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yes.